Bitcoin ETFs record $172 million in weekly outflows after a 2-week inflow streak. BTC Price. Donald Trump. Ethereum ETFs. Bitcoin ETFs face their first major market turbulence since launching earlier this year, testing investor confidence in these fairly new financial products. Last updated, April 7, 2025. Author, Jimmy Aki. Author, Jimmy Aki. About author. Jimmy has nearly 10 years of experience as a journalist and writer in the blockchain industry. He has worked with well-known publications such as Bitcoin Magazine, CCN, and Blockonomi covering news. Author profile. Share. Copied. Last updated, April 7, 2025 at 19:51 GMT+3. Why Trust Cryptonews? Cryptonews has covered the cryptocurrency industry topics since 2017, aiming to provide informative insights to our readers. Our journalists and analysts have extensive experience in market analysis and blockchain technologies. We strive to maintain high editorial standards, focusing on factual accuracy and balanced reporting across all areas, from cryptocurrencies and blockchain projects to industry events, products, and technological developments. Our ongoing presence in the industry reflects our commitment to delivering relevant information in the evolving world of digital assets. Read more about Cryptonews. Key takeaways. Single-day ETF inflows amid broader outflows show investors haven't completely abandoned Bitcoin funds. Tariff announcements causing a $3T wipeout reveal policies heavily impact crypto markets. Synchronized global market downturn weakens Bitcoin's value as a portfolio diversification tool. The 12-spot Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S. recently experienced $172.89 million in net outflows, breaking a 2-week streak of inflows that had seen nearly $941 million invested in the funds. This shift in investor behavior marks a notable reversal, with the majority of the outflows coming from Grayscale's GBTC, which alone lost $95.5 million over the past week. Do Bitcoin ETFs face uneven redemptions? On April 7th, data from SoSoValue showed that the ETF outflows were recorded between March 31st and April 4th. The trend kicked off on March 31st with $71.07 million exiting the funds. It worsened a day after as redemptions increased to $157.64 million. The sell-off continued into April 3rd and April 4th. About $99.86 million and $64.88 million exited the market on these days. However, recovery came on April 2nd, with $220.76 million of new capital flowing in. Grayscale's GBTC suffered the most from the outflows, shedding $95.5 million over the week. Other major players weren't spared. WisdomTree's BTCW lost $44.6 million, while iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, IBIT, and Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, BITB, saw redemptions of $35.5 million and $24.1 million, respectively. ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF, ARKB, and HODL funds followed with outflows of $22.2 million and $4.9 million. Still, not all Bitcoin ETFs were in the red. 3 funds, Grayscale's Spot Bitcoin Trust, Franklin Templeton's EasyBC, and Fidelity's FBTC managed to buck the trend. Together, they attracted $61.8 million in inflows, signaling some pockets of investor confidence. Ethereum ETFs were not spared. They posted $49.93 million in outflows last week alone, which extended their losing streak to 6 consecutive weeks. Over that period, investors have pulled over $795 million from Ethereum ETFs, reflecting a broader climate of caution across both major crypto assets. Bearish trend wipes trillions from crypto and stock markets. Beyond the ETF outflows, the broader cryptocurrency market was equally affected. Bitcoin prices plummeted to nearly $75,000, which contributed to a widespread cascade of forced liquidations, with total market liquidations exceeding $1.36 billion in just 24 hours. The brunt of the losses was borne by long-position futures traders, with Bitcoin longs alone accounting for over $392 million in losses. Ethereum traders faced a similar fate, with nearly $328 million wiped out of the market. Other altcoins, including Solana, SOL, and XRP, also contributed majorly to the liquidations, with each seeing approximately $60 million in losses. As the market saw widespread panic, ETH fell 20% to $1,449, while major altcoins like SOL, XRP, and Dogecoin all experienced steep declines of up to 20%. Furthermore, on April 6, U.S. stock futures took a nosedive, amplifying fears of a wider market crash. The S&P 500 futures fell 5.98%, the Nasdaq 100 futures dropped 6.2%, and the Dow futures plummeted 5.5%. Major tech stocks also recorded heavy losses, with Tesla falling 10.42%, while Nvidia and Apple saw drops of 7.36% and 7.29%, respectively. Since February 19, the U.S. stock market alone has lost a staggering $11 trillion in value. Notably, April 4 saw the steepest single-day decline, with $3.25 trillion wiped out, surpassing the total value of the entire cryptocurrency market. U.S. government tariffs war fuels projection of recession. The sudden crash in the crypto and stock markets is linked to President Trump's new policies. On April 2, President Trump declared Liberation Day and introduced sweeping tariff measures, including a baseline 10% tariff on all U.S. imports, with higher duties imposed on several key trading partners. The announcement immediately shook traditional and digital asset markets, spurring fears of a trade war and economic recession. China quickly responded with its own set of levies on American imports, which escalated tensions between the world's two largest economies. There have also been projections about a looming recession. Goldman Sachs recently increased the likelihood of a U.S. recession within the next year from 35% to 45%. Frequently asked questions, FAQs. Could regulatory changes impact future inflows into Ethereum and Bitcoin ETFs? Yes. Future rulings by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, or shifts in crypto policy could open the doors to institutional capital. However, uncertain or restrictive policies could trigger widespread redemptions from Bitcoin ETFs. How might interest rate changes from the Federal Reserve impact Bitcoin ETF flows? Investors usually move their capital away from high-risk assets like Bitcoin ETFs when interest rates rise. They prefer safer investments, such as treasury bonds or money market funds, which offer more predictable returns with a reduced risk profile. Follow us on Google News, Trending News, Recommended Popular Crypto Topics Price Predictions. How Tether co-founder William Quigley views crypto regulations in Trump's second term. Trump appoints PayPal veteran David Sachs as White House AI and crypto czar emerging address poisoning attack on Bitcoin blockchain. CASA executive warns, will Bitcoin explode higher from this crash zone? $85,000 triangle says yes, crypto liquidations surpass $1.3 billion as markets continue to crash on Black Monday. Bitcoin news. Bitcoin tumbles 6% to $78,000 as U.S. markets reel from Trump tariff shock. 16 hours ago, by Shalini Nagarajan. Altcoin news. BTC SOL, XRP drop 20%. Billionaire Bill Ackman calls for 90-day pause on Trump's tariffs. 10 hours ago, by Ruhalaman Hakanas. Sponsored. How any business can accept crypto payments in 2025. Best crypto to buy now in April 2025. Top crypto to invest in. February 19, 2025. By Inesis Tavares. New crypto coins to invest in April 2025. March 12, 2025. By Inesis Tavares. 9 best crypto presales to invest in now upcoming token sales. March 3, 2025. By Medb Keeley-Cuddy. 10 new and upcoming Coinbase listings in April 2025. March 3, 2025. By Elijah Rankovich. 12 new and upcoming Binance listings in 2025. March 3, 2025. By Inesis Tavares. What is the next cryptocurrency to explode in 2025? September 11, 2024. By Elijah Rankovich. Bitcoin, BTC, Price Prediction 2025 to 2034. October 19, 2024. By Leon Waters. Ripple, XRP, Price Prediction 2025, 2026 to 2030. August 28, 2024. By Eric Huffman. Ethereum Price Prediction 2025 to 2030. Will ETH bounce back? August 28, 2024. By Ben Bedo.